3, 4. Yeah, about where I thought it would be. What's up again, guys? How you doing? Hope your day is going well. What have you guys been up to? Just still playing. I mean, basically, I actually haven't had chance. I mean, I've had chances to film content outside of the unboxing, but I've just been playing a lot of Ghosts of Yotai. I'm having a great time. Game is absolutely fantastic. Screw all the people that want to get all political about the game, but yeah, the game is absolutely fantastic. Um, I will do a stream of it after today's stream. I do want to share it because I'm having a great time with it. To see my loadout. So if you guys want to start throwing your questions at me, go ahead. I'm ready to go. So I hope you guys have been doing well, or give me an update on what you guys have been up to. So, yeah, that's pretty much. You're on your break from work right now. Your favorite PlayStation 5 game so far? Easily Astrobot. Not even question. It's the only definitive 10 out of 10. It is the only PlayStation 5 definitive game that has come out this generation that I would say is a 10 out of 10. I think the only other 10 out of 10 that I've given is Devil May Cry, but that's like that's a hybrid between 4 and 5. But yeah, if we're talking purely only on PlayStation 5, it's only been Astrobot. So much so I had to get its controller. So, yeah, easily. Fishing first course of master's degree, quitting drinking too. Oh wow! Congratulations on getting sober. That's pretty awesome, Wing. Rocket, you're building a Zelda Ocarina of Time world in Minecraft. Wow, that's gotta take a while. I mean, I never played Ocarina of Time, but I must assume the game is pretty big, even for Nintendo 64 standards. Daniel, you're currently playing BL4. Next game is going to be Ninja Gaiden 4. Okay, all right. Zach Tarf, any favorite Tron movies? Did I see the newest? No, I mean, there's only 2 Tron movies, and the only one I really enjoyed was Tron Legacy. I mean, I saw the original Tron, but I was just like, it's a little bit before my time, and I don't really want to see Tron Ares. From what I've heard, I'm not gonna have fun with it. All I know is odds are it'll look fine, it'll have some solid music, but story-wise, it's its own separate thing. It's not even really connected to Tron Legacy, and that's what I want. I want a sequel to Tron Legacy and see how some of those story elements would play out. And from what I've been told and what multiple reviewers have said, it has absolutely nothing to do with Tron Legacy. So, I'm not interested. Astrobot versus Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Astrobot, not even easy. Symphony of the Night's good, but it's no Astrobot. You got a cell phone with Samsung Galaxy 15. Congratulations. Welcome to the Samsung Galaxy Club. I mean, that's what I've been rocking for like the last 10 years. You are, let's see, Jackie Khan. That is an awesome name. I'm making a story with anime, comic, movies, and video game in one story. Sounds like it could get a little convoluted, but, good luck with that. I hope it's got a good structure. Commander Shepard, you reached level 50 in Borderlands 4. That's awesome. My brother's having a good time with Borderlands. What's a great video game you played that had a terrible ending? Terrible ending? Wouldn't say it had a terrible ending, but it's one of those games where it had multiple endings and like one of the endings sucked. Like one that comes to mind is something like Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, technically there's like 3 different endings. The one I picked was a good ending, but like there's an ending where you can actually like kill off 2 of the other characters. And I was like, why would I even do that? Like that sounds terrible. So that's why. But I can't think of a game that's definitive ending was terrible. I can think of endings that had bad endings, but that wasn't the definitive ending. So that's like the only one that I can think of off the top of my head right now. Rocket, yeah, but not as big as Breath of the Wild. I've never played Breath of the Wild either, so I'll take your word for it. Hello, Jackie Way. Welcome to the stream again. Daniel, what are my thoughts on Xbox Game Pass going up? Heck, I don't own it. I've never tried it. I mean, heck, if they want to double its prices, heck, who's to say they don't increase the prices? I mean, I very much believe you're probably seeing the last days of Xbox in the console business. I think they'll go multi-plat next generation for sure. I mean, you already have two of your primary franchises. Halo, I guarantee you, is around the corner. We are probably going. I would not be surprised if we got an announcement of Halo at the VGAs this year. That's why me and John are going. I was like, we're going to get Halo on PlayStation. There's just too much money. The Xbox has not sold well. It's the worst selling Xbox to date so far, and it's not doing very well. They increased its prices 5 years after the release. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's never happened. And so every decision they're making is so anti-customer. They're driving their audience away. And mind you, we're going to get the next-gen consoles in 2 years. So these decisions at this state make no sense and are only going to drive people away. Zach, well, they say Ares does well. We get a Legacy City. I mean, yeah, just from what I'd heard, it had from multiple reviews that I've seen. I've not checked out any spoiler, but every single one of them has said it has absolutely nothing to do with Legacy. That's what I've been told. Ross Silver, would you consider Solid Snake a super soldier or just peak normal? Kind of a bit of a hybrid. I mean, I wouldn't. He's kind of a super soldier, an enhanced soldier, but I wouldn't say his feats are superhuman. Like, he's highly athletic. He's obviously stronger than the average person, but I wouldn't say he's so strong he's super strong. So, kind of in the middle, like an enhanced soldier. Zaktarv, the Ares is a soft rubate like Andromeda. That's actually a fair comparison because very little about Andromeda really connects to what's going on in the Mass Effect trilogy, and it's its own thing. So that's actually a really good comparison. The story will make no sense, but that's the point of the story. Well, that's something. Chill Moon, do you think the next Metal Gear remake? You know what? I'm so sick of. Don't do another remake. If they're gonna just do another Metal Gear game, doing remakes is so cheap, especially since no one asked. But do I think? Yeah, at this point, if they were to remake another Metal Gear game, don't expect it to come out till PlayStation 6, and by that point, there's enough time to just make another Metal Gear game. I mean, why? Why waste anyone's time with remakes? I mean, if all you're putting out is remakes, that tells me that there's nobody in your staff that is smart enough to come up with a new game. And that is very sad. Kojima has not, I mean, he's constantly making slight references to Metal Gear, but that man is very much put Metal Gear kind of in the rear view mirror, and he's on to his next project. Why can't Konami do the same? Where's your new, give us a definitive new, Silent Hill, I guess. Where's the next Castlevania? Give us a new Metal Gear, a definitive Metal Gear game that has nothing to do with Kojima's work. We've yet to see that, and it's been almost a decade now? Yeah, we already know next hunk game. Okay, I don't think they'll remake Combat Evolved. If anything, they'll just re-release it. It's cheaper. It's fine. They'll make their money. Why remake something when you just re-release it and make the same amount of money anyway? I don't think anyone's gonna pay more or less for a remake of Halo Combat Evolved. Just re-release it. Snake is in your story. Okay, well, I can only imagine how what he's up to. Chill Moon, if they do a Metal Gear reboot, do you think Naked Snake's origins will take place in the 90s, Solid Snake? Honestly, here's what I want, Chill Moon. If and when they do a complete reboot, I do not want to see any snakes. I don't want to see any character from the Kojima era. Make brand new characters, make a brand new story. The only thing they have to add is have it revolve around some giant Metal Gear weapon. You have to have some kind of Metal Gear in your story, but have it be your own thing. No snakes. I understand that it's kind of crazy because you want to build off nostalgia, but if you really, really want to start a complete new era of Metal Gear, call it something else, have a completely new set of characters, and then at that point, Konami can do anything they want. That is something I would give a chance. I would be like, what exactly
could Konami do for Metal Gear that has nothing to do with Kojima? Because if they just keep reusing his characters, then you're working off of Kojima's work. These are his characters. This is his world. And if that is all you guys have, I think that makes Konami look very stupid. Because as even this remake is Kojima's work. That's in Kojima's world. So honestly, I want to see what Konami does with a Metal Gear story that has nothing to do with Kojima. Give me that and I'll give it a chance. Russ, what are some of the games that you rage quit if you ever have? Rage quit? Oh, tons of games. Anything that's like a Souls game, I'll quit. Elden Ring, couldn't get past 2 hours. I think I tried Bloodborne, couldn't get past the first hour. Like, any of those type of games, I'll probably rage quit. I think I rage quit the last South Park game. I think I rage quit. I rage quit Indiana Jones. I quit that game after about it felt like 20 hours. I only put like 3 hours in that game and I quit that game. So rage quitting is it's not uncommon for me. I've seemed to have done it a lot more recently than I normally would. But yeah. Have I seen the stupid video of the car driving in the field of Peaceful before the zombie jumps and screams at you? No, Rocket, I've never seen or heard of that video. Sorry guys, I'm working on something here. They could name them Snake-like Python or... Yeah, I agree. Chillmoon, I'd be totally fine with that idea. I just don't want... Like, call it Metal Gear Black, Metal Gear Hexus, Metal Gear something. Something that has nothing to do with Kojima's work. That's what I want to see. But as long as they keep remaking and reusing characters that belong in Kojima's world, I'm not going to give it a chance because that's cheap, and that tells me Konami cannot come up with anything. Like, you know what would be really, really radical? Could you think about this? Would any of you be interested in playing a Tomb Raider game that did not revolve around Lara Croft? It would be a completely different character going on a different adventure, and you treat the Tomb Raider name as like a title. And yet, I don't know about you, I would play a Tomb Raider game that did not have Lara Croft. I know that Lara Croft is like the iconic character of that franchise, but it's more of a title. You could play as another character. Just like you probably could do an Uncharted game that doesn't center around Nathan Drake. They've done that before, and it was fine. So, give me a Metal Gear game that has nothing to do with Kojima's work, and I'll give it a chance. Grade rate, would I give Devil May Cry 2? I'd give that like a 6.5. It's not like Comic Gamer. I'm telling you, I've been saying this for years. I may be like one of the only defenders of the game. Devil May Cry 2 is not a bad game. It's just easy. That's my only main complaint. In fact, there are a number of game mechanics and elements that are better in 2, are done better in 2 than either 1, 3, or 4. In fact, there's a lot of elements that Devil May Cry 5 took from Devil May Cry 2 that no one gives it credit for. 2 did a lot of really good things that no one gives it credit for. It's not a bad game at all. I'll play 2 before I play 1 again. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Chill Moon. Thanks for stopping by. Peaceful music. Yeah. What's the mystery game? It's not really a mystery game. I'm just gonna play some Ghosts of Yotai for an hour. Maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. Because I'm not going out tonight. So, and I'm kinda upset because I got some update on something. So I'm kinda pissed off. So I feel like cutting up some motherfuckers right now. But yeah, I might play Ghosts of Yotai for like 1 or 2 hours. Like, to be fair. 10 games 10 games that I rage quit. Honestly, outside of Star Wars, the Jedi games, if it was like a Souls type game, I probably ended up quitting it. Yeah. Denzel, yay or nay? You mean Denzel Washington? Well, I guess he's a yay because he's a great actor, so, you know. Russ, do you think and an Uncharted prequel based on Sully would be good. You could do that if you want to, but I mean, okay, but I'd give it a shot. Wing, what would the movie that Metal Gear Solid? Okay, for the last fucking time, you cannot do a Metal Gear movie. you just the idea itself is stupid. You cannot do a Metal Gear movie properly. I'm sorry. There are very few things in this world that are impossible. That is one of them. You cannot do it well. So I have no idea what a Metal Gear movie would be because it cannot be done. And I have no idea what that would lead into. It is logistically impossible. No studio would put the money to do a Metal Gear movie properly because there is no proper way to do it. Because you could not do it without Kojima's involvement, and Konami will not let him near it due to legal reasons, which we still don't know. So there can never be a Metal Gear movie. It's just never going to happen. Your favorite Star Wars game is Battlefront 2 and Republic Commando. That's a good collection of games. Battlefront 2 2025 was my favorite Star Wars game until the Jedi games rightfully dethroned it. Because those are easily, in my opinion, those are really great Star Wars games. Both of them are. And we already know that they've been in production for the third one for about a year. So I expect to hear an announcement or some kind of trailer on the third Jedi game probably between now and a year from now. I'm sure we'll get an announcement or a trailer or something, but it'll get announced. All right, you got right. Any more questions? Because I managed to get all caught up. Seen Castaway? Okay, wait, I skipped one. Kylo Ren versus well, of course, Solo's gonna totally destroy Kylo Ren, but to be fair, wasn't Kylo Ren ripped off of his character anyway? So, yeah, you're not topping the original. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. As for having seen Castaway, yes, with Tom Hanks, yeah, I've seen it. Favorite Star Wars character? Probably Obi-Wan Kenobi. But I will say Cal Kestis is a good second. He's probably my favorite Disney Star Wars era character. But in terms of just Star Wars in general, probably Obi-Wan Kenobi. No question. Easy. Guys, got anything else? I expect a challenge today. Dante is one of my favorite video game characters, along with Master Chief, Nathan Drake, and Kratos. Well, that's actually a good collection of video game characters. That's a very good collection. Yeah, I know. I think it would be funny, Jason. So, yeah, it's not even, dude. He would destroy Kylo without even needing to get his pick up his lightsaber. It wouldn't even be a fight. It would be like just a massacre. Like that's not a fight.
It'd be like the dumbest decision he ever made in his life. And Doomslayer. Sentinels, Days of Futures Past, in Star Wars. You know what? That's tough. But I don't really think the Sentinels would have any real defense against the Force. And you're talking about if you just drop them into Star Wars, so these Sentinels are fighting everybody. I'm pretty sure the Sentinels would be massacred. I'm sorry. I mean, you can't really stop. There's so many characters that would just destroy them. So yeah, if you're just throwing Sentinels and you're throwing them into Star Wars, you're not giving them a specific point, then dear God, stay out of the old Republic. They'll really get screwed over. What are my plans for Halloween? Nothing really. I don't really have any plans for Halloween. I haven't celebrated Halloween for almost 20 years. I don't do trick or treating. I don't dress up. I don't give out candy. I haven't celebrated in a very, very long time. I just think I'm just too old for that. What are your plans? I'm open for Deadpool 4 with X-Men team up. And didn't he kind of already do that in the first Deadpool? Didn't he team up with like he's already teamed up with the X-Men, so doesn't that already count? Like, if you team up with members of the X-Men, more than one, you technically teamed up with the X-Men. So, technically, Deadpool already did that? Do you think Vader is an overused character? I don't know about overused. I mean, I would maybe put it like this: they make stories that allow Vader to be used, and so like having Vader show up in the Jedi games, yeah, that's fine. He pops up for a little cameo, and then he goes, and then having him show up in Kenobi, that was fine. Having him show up in Rogue One, like they don't overuse him. And the only thing they won't do is just make a heavily focused Vader movie or show. Like, that's something everybody would want. Because even if in the boundaries of the original trilogy, like, do you guys realize that Vader has less than 30 minutes of screen time? Like, Vader's not even in Star Wars as much as we would like to think. His presence is important, but like in the original trilogy, like, he's got less than 30 minutes of screen time. And yet he's like the most popular character. So like if you had like a whole show that stayed with him for like long periods of time, that might be overused. So no, I don't think Vader's overused. But like he is the most popular character in the franchise. And they stick to an era where Vader could pop up. So you're talking about Cyclops, Gene, Storm, etc. No, we don't need him to interact with them. He's already teamed up with a variation of the X-Men. We don't need to overdo it. Uh, well, Disney just doesn't know. They don't know how to handle Star Wars anymore. That's the problem. And your second favorite movie franchise under X-Men is Star Wars. Okay, well, that's a good collection of franchises.
if I could make a Star Wars video game, what era would it be in? Uh, Probably in the Clone Wars. Yeah, probably another Clone Wars game. That I'd probably stay there. I mean, there's so many characters. There's so many characters. There's so many planets. There's so many battles that we could actually experience and invest in time. So yeah, if anything, I'll tell you what. Here's where I would go. I would actually do it in the 10-year period between episodes 1 and 2. That period of time. I think that'd be interesting. You like Star Wars games that are first-person shooter? Well, there aren't too many of those. So, I mean, that's a very small list. Do I have a top 10 first-person shooter? Yes, I do. Do you want the link? Because I don't think that list has changed since I last did it. But I can double check. I'm pretty sure. First-person shooter. That absolutely sounds like something I would have done. Hmm. Wow. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, I'll just give you a quick list. It's like Call of Duty games, some Halo games, a Killzone thrown in there, and like GoldenEye. That's really the list. It's not really that extensive. The next film you're gonna see is Black Phone. What's my next film? Uh, I don't think I have one. I don't think. I mean, it would have been Mortal Kombat, but wait. There's a. I mean, maybe Predator's Badlands. I'm on the fence about that, but like even that one's like, meh, maybe I don't know. I mean, a PG-13 that doesn't sound very entertaining. So yeah, I actually have not like it's crazy. I've only seen 3 films this entire year, so yeah, even I'm falling victim to not going to the movies very much. All right, we got about 30 minutes left, so we're halfway through. Gonna go see one battle after another? No, not interested. Uh, Still heard about MK2 being delayed till next year? Yeah. I don't think that was a good idea. Favorite Green Lantern? Probably John Stewart. I don't really know the other ones outside of him too well.
But hey, we are our subscriber goal is really it's really getting up there. Like yeah, this month is really starting off pretty well so far. Like we're about to hit 99,300 probably by the end of today. So that'll put us at like 700 subscribers away, and we still have the rest of the month. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll hit it. I'm pretty sure we'll hit it this month. Guys, got anything else? Have I seen the CW Flash show? Yeah, I only saw like the first two seasons. I stopped after that. I haven't watched that show in a very long time. What's the best action comedy that I've seen? Action comedy? Action comedy. I guess Lethal Weapon 2? I mean, I guess that counts as action comedy, I guess. My favorite female X-Men character is Jean Grey. Yeah, she's pretty cool. I'm more of a Storm person. But Jean's cool. Especially when she comes to the Phoenix. Man, it's kind of slow today. Did I forget to put a notice out? Or just... Am I more of a Wolfenstein or a Doom? Personally, I think Doom has been consistently better. After that last Wolfenstein game was crap. So I do think overall, I think Doom probably gets the advantage. Have I seen Peacemaker Season 2? I didn't watch it. I can't watch because I don't have HBO, but I've seen enough videos to know what happened. And it seemed like it's going pretty well. But yeah, I'm not paying HBO. Like there are ways I could have watched it, but like I'll just watch some clips. So I ostensibly know how season 2 is played out, where you find himself in World X, which is pretty much Nazi Earth. So yeah, I keep up with that stuff. Doom is better. Devil May Cry 5 Dante versus God of War. I have no idea. I wouldn't even know how to compare that. I wouldn't even know where to start. Man, it's really slow today. 6, 7, you know about that? What do you mean? What's that? Out 67, what's that? It's a young kid thing. Never heard of it. Don't know what 6, 7 is. Hey James, how you doing? Kids say 6, 7 for no apparent reason, like slang. I don't pay attention to what kids are into. I mean, do you guys see that stupid report? Apparently, it's a thing on TikTok about kids standing on top of moving subways and getting killed about it. I mean, do the parents not watch this stuff? I mean, who thinks standing on top?
You get what, subway surfing? Who thinks that's a good idea? But that's what the kids are into these days, getting themselves killed. I mean, really? Which God of War has the best character for Kratos, do you think? Wait, what do you mean? Which God of War has the best? I don't really think you can answer that because, like, Greek Kratos and Norse Kratos are very kind of somewhat different people at different stages of their lives, and so they feel authentic to their settings. I mean, I can openly say that, you know, what they did within the new era, they definitely went more into his character, but, you know, overall, Kratos during the Greek era was a pretty interesting character too. It just expanded over a longer period of time. I mean, this new era has only had really 2 games to develop Kratos. The other one had 7 games to develop him, so I don't really think it's fair to compare the two because they're both very in depth at different points of Kratos' life. Like, he's a very interesting character at different points of his life for different reasons. So, I mean, Tron series has issues. I mean, I don't know what issues it has. There hasn't really been much content for Tron in a long time, so I mean the issue is they just didn't make a sequel to Legacy, so you know that's what we wanted. You think they would ever make DC Mortal Kombat again? No. Didn't really work out too well last time, so there's no need to do it again. It was a fun little experiment, but it didn't really work. I mean, you can't really neuter. It's not fun to neuter Mortal Kombat, so no, they're not gonna do that again. And heck, we don't want to see these characters get brutally murdered, so no, fun experiment, but they'll never do that again. Is it time to get a new Harley Quinn voice actress? Uh, I mean, anyone will work, I guess. So, I mean, if they want to get a new voice actress, I mean, go ahead. There is no point, Cinevic. That's the point. There is no point to that story. The only thing that story serves is to explain, oh dear, the first Metal Gear game, yeah, that wasn't Big Boss you were fighting. That was some stupid face reconstructed medic. That was the whole point of the Phantom Pain. It told the wrong story and added nothing to the overall plot. If anything, you just screwed it up. And you make you make all snakes completely irrelevant in the Metal Gear Solid franchise. There is no way Kojima approved of that. Maybe that was a big F you to him, but like that's what Phantom Pain did. It made all of the snakes completely irrelevant in the entire franchise. That's what it did. You own Mortal Kombat vs. DC? Yeah, I own it too. And you plan to buy Mortal Kombat 9 again on PlayStation 3 and just play as Kratos? I mean, I don't think you could do that. Like, unless you have it on file, like, I don't think you can even buy PlayStation 3 or that era DLC anymore. I've tried. I don't think you can. Like, I think there's a time period where it stopped. Because there's, like, a lot of games that I don't think you can get access to because there's a lot of DLC content you can't get access to. So, because Kratos was a DLC character, unless you buy the complete edition that has all the characters, I don't think you can get them.
Do I think Sarah Armstrong was a good antagonist? He was definitely an entertaining antagonist, I'll tell you that much. An idea for a Call of Duty game that plays as a cop instead of a soldier. I don't think so. I mean, with the controversy with cops nowadays, I don't think we want to have a game focused around playing as a cop shooting people. So, and probably in the way cops, like, let's be honest, cops would not be involved in a shootout in the style of a Call of Duty game. Police officers do not do that much shooting. Most do not even fire the mass majority of cops will never fire their weapon throughout their entire career. Like, for cops, firing your weapon is rare compared to the mass majority of cops. There's some that do, most don't. So trying to make a Call of Duty style game as a cop seems highly unlikely. And they don't even do that much shooting anyway. So I can't imagine playing as a cop. That just, yeah. Call of Duty is a war game, so you'll play as a soldier, not a cop. Cops do not, I mean, the war on crime is a saying, but like, yeah, no. Am I playing Black Ops 6? No. I haven't played a Call of Duty game in a long time. I forgot to point in a timeline. Doesn't that mean Rising happened? To me, Rising is like an what if scenario. I don't see it as canon. It's like a what if something happened after Metal Gear Solid 4. But for me, it's not canon. As far as I'm concerned, Raiden retired at the end of 4. He didn't go back into the service and get his body re-cybernized again. I don't believe he'd do that. It makes for a fun story, but it's not canon. And you can have fun Metal Gear stories that aren't canon, in my opinion. No, I don't think the PlayStation 3 store is down, but I think for certain games, there's a time limit to which you can even access DLC content for those games. Like, they just, like, so, I think there's a time limit. I don't think the servers, you can still play games, and if you have them on your downloaded library, you can still access them, because I can do that too. But in terms of buying old content now, I don't think you can do that. So like if there was a certain DLC for a certain game, and if you didn't already have it in your library, odds are you can't get it. And I know that because I've tried doing that for a number of games that I've gone back to play, and I can't get access to a lot of the DLCs. Like a lot of, like I tried replaying Dead Space 3. There's a number of DLC content I cannot get, apart from the ones I bought back then because they're saved on my library. So it's a little complicated, but I don't think you can buy DLC content for old games past 10 years. Did I like Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War? I didn't play either of those games. Just didn't get into them. You're surprised we don't have Metal Gear Rising on current consoles? That heck, I'd be up for a re-release of that. I would absolutely replay it. I mean, unless you're playing it through like the PlayStation Network, but like streaming it. But like, I think you can do that. But like, I don't think they've re-released it. Well, PlayStation 4 games, they don't have to re-release that. You can just play your PlayStation 4 games on PlayStation 5. I mean, it's backwards compatible, so. And we got 15 minutes left. Well, do you think it's time for PlayStation 2 and 3 backwards compatible on PlayStation 5? If they were going to do it, they would have done it by now. I don't think it's ever going to happen. As much as we want it, it's not going to happen. But it's okay. If you want to play your PlayStation 2s, pull out your PlayStation 2. My PlayStation 2 is right there. If I want to play a PlayStation 2 game, I can play it right there. Well, then I might as well go and get a PlayStation 3 60 gigs. You know what? I finally found one here in town. I'm trying to get it. I found it for like $300, but yeah, I'm trying to get it. I found it at some retro store. I don't know if it's still there, but if it is, I'll definitely buy it. Like I found one before I went on my MGS Con trip. Have I watched any of the Addams Family movies? Yeah, I've only seen like the first two, Addams Family and Addams Family Values from the 90s. Those are the only two Addams Family's movies I've seen that I really enjoy. That's mine. I'm not really into any other version that's come out since. I would find it on eBay for about 300. Yeah, that sounds about right. Have I seen the Wednesday show? Nah, not really into that. I've seen like a few clips, but it doesn't look like something I personally would be interested into. This I don't know. This is good. Oh, Russ, I missed your question. Did I like Chris Redfield's model voice acting changes? I didn't even notice. I didn't play 7, so I didn't even notice they changed voice actors. The PlayStation 3 has the best library of games. Mm, that's debatable. It's either that or PlayStation 2. Personally, I think. Would Captain Price versus Marcus Phoenix be too one-sided? That's not that they wouldn't fight at all. So I would get Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. Well, I've got like 3 copies of that, so yeah, it still works. I think you'd enjoy it. Who's more evil, Harley Quinn or Vladimir Malakov? Well, definitely Vladimir. Harley Quinn really isn't all that evil. It just depends on who she's around. Like, there's a lot of versions of her where she's done a lot of bad things, and there's a lot of versions of her where she's like she's a hero and a good guy, and she's teaming up with Batman. So like, Harley Quinn is a chameleon-like character. So you can never say,
oh, she's a bad person, because there are plenty of versions of her as a good person, and then there's plenty of versions where she's done a lot of messed up stuff. In my lifetime, I would say I've experienced more things where she's more heroic than villain. Even in the animated series where she appeared, Harley Quinn really doesn't do anything to quote evil. She's just having some good fun. It's like saying Catwoman is evil. It's like Catwoman isn't really evil. She's a thief. But has she ever actually gone out of her way to try to kill Batman? No. I think the only version I can think did that might have been maybe the Tim Burton Michael Keaton version, Michelle Pfeiffer. That was like probably the closest thing we've had to an evil Catwoman, and she was just psychologically broken. So yeah, Harley Quinn kind of fits in that category. Hmm. Man, it has been really, really quiet. Very slow. Not many people showed up. And we still got 7 more minutes. Yeah, Vladimir Makarov did. Yeah, that's why I would say he's more evil. I mean, he actually killed a lot of people, so that's why I think he's more evil. Okay, so they have to. Wait, what? Okay, so they have. Wait, what? Okay, Alexander Rodriguez. Okay, so they have two people who would fight one another. Okay, Arthur Morgan versus Tommy Angelo. I don't know who either of those guys are. I don't. Who are they? Who do I think will be John Cena's final opponent? I don't know who it is, but I don't want it to be Gunther. If it's Gunther, I'm not watching. I can't even see the AJ Styles John Cena match because I'm not. I ain't paying $30 to see it on ESPN, so I ain't paying to see that. But if it's Gunther, I don't think it's going to be very good. I'm not a fan of Gunther, and Gunther's been very underwhelming for me in his run. Am I looking forward to the next Super Mario Galaxy movie? Yeah, I'm going to see it. But yeah, Alex, I don't. Who are those people? I've never heard of those two people. Arthur Morgan or Tommy Angelo. Who's that? What game are they from? I don't know who that is. But you guys got 5 more minutes before I check out. What about the death of Soap? It was just another character to me. I mean, he died, so what? I mean, move on. Red Dead and Mafia games. Well, I never really played Red Dead, and the only Mafia game I've ever played was maybe the second one, and that was a long time ago. So I can't claim to know either of those characters. Have I used VPN to watch some things outside of US? No, not really. I could, but no, I've never really felt the need to. What I have here in the States has been fine. I mean, heck, I have access to all the James Bond films on Amazon Prime, so I've been kind of running through those recently. What games do I know? Wait, what? What games do I know so I can maybe give better verses? Honestly, Alexander, I'm done with doing verses. I don't do them anymore. I got one more to do, and I'm not even gonna start working on it till maybe next week, which is basically that Chimera versus the Hellgas. Like that's when I'll actually start working on it. But like once I'm done with that, I don't want like I'll have crossed my 100K subscriber goal, and I really will have no need to do versus matchups. I've been doing them for 8 years, and even most of the guys that do matchups, they don't really do them anymore. They might pop out like one every 6 months or a year, but like they've all kind of moved on. So it's time I do it too. You have all Call of Duty games. Wow. I got a lot, but I don't have all. So that's an impressive collection. I see. Well, it was fun, man, but hope you enjoy them. Yeah, I enjoyed making them. Absolutely, it was a great time. Those are some of like my best videos I've ever done. So yeah, I don't got any complaints. What are my thoughts on those Spider-Man 4 news? I'm not seeing it, so I don't really care. I'm not interested in a Spider-Man 4, so I don't really care. Not my movie. I'm done watching Marvel movies that have anything to do with the MCU, so not interested. Saw all the backlash on the Inuyasha. It wasn't. I don't really think there was any backlash. I actually thought that matchup was fine. It was. I think I was just. It was that was a weird one. Deadpool game was fun. Yeah, it's very fun. Yeah, it's a very fun game. All right. All right. Well, that'll do it for this video. Since this stream's been a little slow. I think I'll pass on the live stream and just kind of keep it to myself. But I'll be sure to put out a notice for the next stream. And hopefully, more people show up and it's a little bit more lively. But thanks for stopping by, and hope you guys enjoy my unboxing video that I did for Ghost of Yotai Collection Edition. So until next week, I will catch you guys next time.